Hello, everybody. I'm not sure whether or not you see me or you can hear me. So if you can, please let me know. I'm hoping that I'm doing this right because sometimes, things just don't go the way they're supposed to. So is everybody seeing me on this live? Please feel free to tap in and let me know that you see me. You know, so many things is going on, including with Facebook, when it comes to, being censored and, all kind of stuff. I see a little signal up there telling me that I'm live and that I see one person on there. Let me put on my glasses just for a minute. And I see a face up in the corner. Hey, Jeree, what's up? Hey, Alan, what's up? So I guess you guys could see me. Bring them on camera, wave. Let me wave at you guys. All right. Bring them on camera, add. There you go. Do me a favor. Share this video. I see you too, Jeree. And what's up, Craig McDonald? How's North Carolina? I'm waving at all you guys. And Alan, how you been doing? I still see that you're hanging in there, looking good as usual. Seems like it's dark in this corner. Let me see if I move to the other side of the couch and get a little light. Yeah, there I go. There go all my beauty. What's up, Brandon? How's Atlanta going? And when's your next affair? I've been coming to the last 3 affairs according to you, but I'll get there sooner or later. I guess, things happen for a reason. But I know you always do well. Yeah, son, definitely. Okay, so everybody, as you come on, could you please share this video? I'm just going to wait about 5 minutes before I get into what it is that I want to talk about. Yes, that's New Neats back there. Y'all know New Neats. This is my baby. He keeps me company. This is about all the close social distancing I can have right about now. New Neats, wave to the people. Go ahead. There you go. So this is New Neats. What's up, Donald Thomas? What's up, Terrence from Florida? Well, originally Chicago. Thank you, Alan. I feel good. I'm just so happy to be alive, especially in this world today. And, I'm saying the world, but the United States, this is what this whole live is all about. Hey, Vonda. Vonda, I've been trying to call you, but every time I get ready to want to sit down and talk to you, I got so much going on. But cousin Annie, I see you, baby. What's up? Oh, my God. Love my cousin. What's up, son? Andre Gates, Ultra Omni. You took a moment away from the sewing machine to come and watch your dad. What's up? So I hope everybody, can see, I'm taking care of myself. I'm going to start off before I get into the topics to just give a few shout outs to people. I want to say, because my November birthdays, cousin Annie, your birthday this week. And I want to say happy 22nd birthday. You look really good for 22. And you're going to always be my little cousin Annie. I love you. Happy birthday, Carl Palmer. I don't know if you're on here. Upcoming soon, my cousin Michael Haynes, Sir Michael, Uncle Mike Ebony. His birthday's coming up December 18th. Happy birthday to him. Early birthday, love you. Happy birthday to James Saunders. His birthday is coming up December 3rd, I believe. And I can't forget Henry Truesdale. Happy birthday. Pee Wee, okay? Let me see. Happy birthday to my god sister, Suzette, whose birthday is coming up in December. I believe December 3rd. I believe it's the 3rd and not the 10th, but it's one of the two. I just want to say, thank you guys, Derek, Michael, and Brian, and Kai, my son, for making my birthday, my 62nd birthday. You know, when I say the age 62, a lot of people say, Kev, you don't have to really tell people that you're 62 years old. But I go ahead and tell, thank you. I love you too, Ramel. What's up? Donald Johnson, what's going on? Donald Body Ebony. And, you know, hi to everybody. Candace and Victorious. Haven't seen you in a while. Ventarius. I hope I said that right. But anyway, you know my heart. I want to say thank you to the reason why I was saying that I tell people this is what African American men in their 60s look like. I feel good because I'm representing an African American male in his 60s, 62 going on 63. So I'm keeping it together to show everybody, the younger generations of Black men, how reaching your 60s is a blessing, number one, because our odds are always against us. We can get shot, killed, put in jail, 25 to life, and all of those statistics that go along with it. What's up, Thomas Johnson? And you know I love you. Please don't forget to share the video. And I just want to give a shout out to my son Kai, Mr. Politics. You know, dealing with what's going on in the United States right now is pretty sad. It's really sad. And it's just really crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. Happy birthday again to Andre Mizrahi. All you November babies that I miss, know that I love you. Born Omni, happy birthday. You know, I just look at life right now and I think things are just like so crazy. And my thing with everybody today is, if you have suggestions that are helpful, what's up, Peter Davila Montez? What's going on? If you have suggestions that are helpful and you'd like me to share on this live, feel free to do so. And if I don't see it right away and you have to come back and say it again, feel free to do that too. Make sure that you share the video so that we can get into this. Because now I don't really want to have to wait forever because I have a meatloaf waiting for me. Yeah, I made a meatloaf. It's chilly out here in New Jersey. And I made some mashed potatoes with some gravy. And I made some string beans. So that's what it is. On a cold Sunday, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, gravy, and string beans. You can't do wrong. You can't go wrong with that. So anyway, thank you, Peter. I love your spirit too. Thank you. What's up, Katana from Arkansas? And you know, I love you. I miss you. You're my girl. You're going to always be my girl. Whether I talk to you as much as we would like to talk or not, I'm going to definitely always have you in my heart and my prayers. I love you, Katana. Okay, so let's get to the first topic, which is important to me. Oh, shout out to Michael Trills, father, pioneer icon, Michael Omni Wooten. Congratulations on your new apartment. I've been rallying for the members to give you support in your housewarming gifts, since we have to social distance and we can't have one of our big old luau's. I have your air fryer. I see the gifts are coming in, and congratulations on your apartment. Bless you. May our Heavenly Father keep you going. All right. Yeah, Terrence, you know, they say black don't crack, but yellow is mellow. How about that? Yellow is mellow. Okay, now, I'm a 62-year-old man, feeling love, feeling good. Want to shout out to both of my sisters who always look out for their brother. You know, they're like my two mothers. And again, you know, I lost my mother to COVID, and that's why we're going to go into this COVID situation right now. I love you too, Katan. I told you I do. What's up, Brian Omni, the artist? Brian Branch, that's my best friend, him and Michael and, you know, and Derek and, you know, all of my longtime friends. Wolfgang is out to dinner right now, so I guess he'll look at it afterwards. All right, COVID-19. Right now, it's surging with a second wave. It's also surging with lots of misinformation, you know, and oh, Andre, don't do it, Andre Gates. You know, I'm gonna talk to you right after this show is over, because you know sometimes you have to take time and explain yourself. Hey, Jason, Prodigy Bauman, what's up? The makeup artist is on, and you do a great job, Jason. If you never heard me say it before, congratulations on your skills. You keep yourself together. You represent the community, and you keep Philadelphia going. And I want to say thank you. A lot of people don't take time just to say simple thank yous, but thank you, Jason, for always, you know, it is what you do. All right, lift up your camera a little. Is that better, Ramel? Can you see me, Ramel? Okay, what's up, Diamond Ambiance? Why you laughing, Terrence? He told me to lift up my camera, so can you see me, Ramel? Did I lift it up? You welcome, Jason. I love you, and you know that. I told you how I felt last year in all sincerity at the Pioneer Ball. That came from my heart. That wasn't no made-up script, and you know me. I don't say nothing unless I feel it in my heart. So I love you, and you keep on doing good work, and make sure you take care of my old behind. You know what I'm saying? When you up there like you are, you know, if I need you, just say, Cab, come on, and I'm there. Todd Blackwood, Omni, what's going on? I love you, baby. I'm surprised you're not on the plane. Ramel, okay, fine. I'm glad I got this camera the way you want me to. Now I'm gonna have my arm going crack because I gotta hold it up, but I'm trying to hold it steady. Getting back to COVID-19, let's get into this. I don't understand why after 9 months of lockdowns, of deaths, of it getting to 250,000 people dead, and my mother's one of those, and my aunt is one of those, and I'm not sure if 3 of my friends passed away from COVID, but other people that I did know or heard of passed away from COVID. And I want to know how people feel about this. I mean, this second surge. We get so much misinformation. 1 minute they're saying masks should be mandated at least for a 2-week period. Everybody across the United States put on the mask. I love you too, Trills. You know, and then the next minute they're telling you they don't want to put a mandate for masks because of whatever reason. Now, all I can say honestly is that either we're going to wear a mask or we're not. You had yesterday, you had Trump supporters in Washington, D.C. at yet another rally, okay, wearing no mask. You got all these people across the states. The hospitals are exploding again. Some of them are in certain states are sending their patients to other states because they don't have the capacity. So what I don't understand is, if this keeps happening, why aren't people feeling some kind of fear about this? I mean, people are just dying, getting sick. And, you know, I don't want to even bring the politics of this president, because I think I am worn out when it comes to this president. First of all, let's say congratulations to Joe Biden, president-elect, and to Kamala Harris. And I just want to say to them, thank you. And I'm honored and I'm excited and I'm happy that we have a new administration coming in. And then I want to apologize to them because they're going to have a lot of work ahead of them. They're going to have a lot of work trying to undo the craziness that this president has caused and his administration. When I look at COVID-19, you know, it was one thing I remember when the HIV/AIDS epidemic came into play. Like in the 70s, we didn't hear about that. We didn't hear about nobody's HIV and AIDS. By the time 1985 came, people were dying left and right because the AZT was killing the good cells and the bad cells. So a lot of people were dying. Now we're in a stage here where there's several vaccines and there's trials going on, and we still have to take a while before we know what those side effects are going to be. Some people have said some of the side effects from people that have been involved in the trials are giving them bad headaches, stomach issues. And I'm not talking about just having a cramped stomach. I'm talking about along the lines of you may have or feeling like you got Crohn's disease or something extremely painful where you need some kind of pain medication. Shout out, what's up, P? Where you came, huh? Love you. Hey, what's up, Rico? Deborah, Miss Rahi, I love you. Happy belated birthday again. Getting back to the COVID-19, I just feel, and I'm not taking it personal, and then in a way I am, because I lost my mother. She hasn't been gone a year yet. She died in April. My aunt died in July. I missed them every single day. People used to tell me, oh, I lost my mother. Some people lost their mother when they were 17, 16, or whatever, and the pain is still the same, whether you lose your mother at the age of 16 or the age of 62. The pain is still there. It's equal. You never, ever get over losing your mother. And even though people may say, well, I lost my mother, other people say, I'm sorry to hear that, you never really know until it actually happens to you to fully understand what it is. I miss you too, Deborah. And it's not going to be easy, but listen, let's get back to COVID-19. All I want to do is tell people and suggest that please take care of yourself. That's all we're asking. Months and months and months, people are still going to rallies. The White House is coming down with Secret Service people, all sick and becoming COVID-19 positive. A lot of the staff in the White House. If the White House is the example of everything in America, then that should tell you that there is a serious problem going on. There's a lot of people just not listening. Washing your hands, do that, because we're now in the winter coming. It's cold today, but we're in the winter, and this flu season, along with this COVID, is going to be double trouble, and it's going to be worse. And to be honest with you, it's like I can't understand why people just are not getting it in their heads that this is serious. It's not like we get all these distractions. We get President Trump and his legal actions because he can't accept the fact that Biden is the new elect president, even though he mentioned it, to my understanding, yesterday. But really, Rudy Giuliani, whatever her name is, she said, that he was just being sarcastic, even though he somewhat acknowledged that President elect Biden won, okay? And that's neither here nor there. The distraction that it has caused with this court nonsense and all this craziness is keeping you distracted from other things that's going on. This president has not even addressed COVID until I think yesterday he made some kind of speech. And one of the reporters said to him, why aren't you conceding and accepting the fact that you lost the election? And he got mad and walked off away from the microphone, and the reporter repeated again, why are you not conceding? Now the Republicans today, hey, what's up, Victor Seltzer? The Republicans today are now saying, just today, because you know what, there's some funny people. 1 minute they're telling Trump, oh yeah, you have the right to do this election thing. All the courts are throwing out all of his complaints and his claims as being unfounded. This man, everybody, including the psychiatric community, months ago said that he was unhinged, that he really has some issues. Who wouldn't know that? We don't need the psychiatric community to tell us that this man is unhinged. The fears we had is like what he's doing so blatantly obvious that he's ignoring the people dying and over 100,000 cases in the United States in one day. How phenomenal is that? How crazy is that? That he's so worried about counting ballots that he has ignored. Listen, him and his Republican administration, again, I don't want to be too heavy into the politics, but facts are what they are. The Republicans are sitting up there ignoring the COVID-19 virus. This hold up since the Democrats fought and was fighting for a $3.4 trillion relief package for the stimulus has been ignored. The Republicans have went on vacation, paid it no mind. They put out something in May, and we're still in November, and we don't have a stimulus package. We don't have anything helping this COVID-19 the way it should be. I can't get over how they're ignoring this. I can't get over the nerve of President Trump wanting to go claim some voter stuff when we got people dying out here. We got people starving out here. We got businesses closing left and right, bankruptcies. You got people that stop receiving unemployment. Those who got that executive order 300, that's already gone. You know, you got so many people out here that need PPP testing, tracing, and everything else. We can't even get the money for that because this man wants to be concerned about counting ballots and some voter fraud that's only in his mind. And the Republicans know how the people feel. We the people are being ignored. We the people are being treated very badly. And needless to say, with this COVID-19, people are still not listening. You knew it was common sense not to open up the schools. You knew it was common sense not to have the gyms open until we finally got a grip on what was going on, until we got control of the virus. None of those things should have been happening. But everybody across the country, I don't want to wear a mask. It's my right. It's my right. Well, it's our right to live too. So if you walking around infecting people, that's not something that should be going on. But how many thousands of times can you say the same thing about wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance? And then when you have these little lockdowns, they want to start fighting. I mean, this country is crazy. And my point is, we already know it. I'm not trying to point out because everybody knows how crazy it is, all right? You can't even accomplish talking about all the craziness. It's just too much. Now, how about distractions? The president wants to count ballots. COVID-19 is surging like crazy. Not only that, you have this young man, 15 years old, just got lynched. That didn't make the news. My son Kai put up a TikTok, and he's really doing amazing work. He just reminds me of, me, because he's so dedicated to bringing it to the attention of people what's going on. Everybody's distracted on this nonsense about counting votes, but they're there, meaning the white supremacists, the Proud Boys, whatever the other name, neo-Nazis, KKK. They already said that if President Trump loses, they basically said, watch out, Black people. Now, protesters, everybody has been shot with rubber bullets. Reminds me of back in the days when I was watching TV. I was in the first grade in 1964. And I was watching TV all the way through to 1968 when Martin Luther King got shot. And I remember how the police would take out water hoses and spray Black people. I feel good that I've lived a history. I'm not talking about what I read in a book. I watched it on TV, black and white. Because back in the days in the 60s, most African-American people couldn't afford a color TV. I didn't even get a color TV until I was like 14 years old. So I remember I was in junior high school. But my point is They were treating us so bad, like bad enough slavery was one thing that's still embedded in our souls that we can't seem to get past. We can't get past, and I'm not telling nobody to get past it. I'm saying we can't even get reparations. Hopefully we'll work on that with the new administration, but always keep in mind that Biden and Kamala have a long way to go. They have a lot of undoing of policies. They have to deal with this Republican Senate, which brings me to my next thing. Everybody that knows somebody in Georgia, let's wake Georgia up. Now, thank you, Stacey Abrams. Georgia has now turned from red to blue. There are people down in Atlanta really working hard. You know, the mayors, everybody is trying to establish some kind of normalcy in the craziness. And what we need to focus on now is that Senate runoff. We need to focus on Ossoff and Warnock getting in the seats, the Democratic. We need those two Democrats voted in. So whatever you can do in Atlanta, whatever you can do across America, keep it in the media. Keep sharing it. Keep talking about it. Get Georgia to know, under no means, any means necessary, we need those two seats because we need for Mitch McConnell, turtle face, we need for him to step down and be the Senate minority leader. And we need Schumer, the Democrat, to step up and become the Senate majority leader. Now let's take a moment and talk about McConnell, which I don't want to talk too long because I just don't like the man. I don't like the way he treats people. Him and his wife have been putting money in foreign bank accounts. He's been receiving money from Russia and giving money to his rich friends, but yet he doesn't want to go past $500 billion on a relief package. And is always trying to make Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats and Chuck Schumer look like, oh, we could pass a bill. But they're fighting for us to get the most money we can get. They're holding off. They went down to 2.2 trillion. When the Senate came back from vacation in July or August, they went from the 1.8 that they offered back down to 500 billion. And now we have to realize that Kentucky, I don't know, maybe we should, like how we add certain states, like Washington, D.C. should now be a state. We should get rid of Kentucky because obviously those people, something's wrong with the air over there. They're not getting enough oxygen molecules. It's something going on with their brains and their breathing. How could you re-elect this murder the turtle, McConnell, again? Okay, now we're stuck with it. You elected him, you re-elected him, you're 48th in the state of education, homelessness, jobs. Kentucky is, I'm sorry for the decent people of Kentucky, but the majority of Kentuckians are really, really an embarrassment to the rest of the United States for even having somebody like McConnell, where 400 bills have been sitting on McConnell's desk. McConnell won't pass any of these bills or bring them to the Senate floor. He said, even before the election, he said that if President Trump lost, he was going to make sure he didn't pass any bills. So do you see the importance that we got to get him to step down from being majority to minority? And we have to do that by getting those Senate seats in Georgia. And that runoff is January 5th. Now, I don't know if there's a special form. I thought I saw something saying that you have to fill out a certain form by a certain time in order to be able to vote. So people in Atlanta and wherever else you are in Georgia, make sure that if there's a form you need to fill out, you go and fill it out. You find out where that form is. Tomorrow's Monday. Get on top of it because we need the Senate. We need, if not, he's going to make Kamala's and Joe Biden's life miserable. The Republicans are going to make their lives miserable. I don't even know after, sometimes losing faith in the system, but we got to hold our own system. We got to not just complain, but find a way. And one way is to get the Senate back, okay, to where Schumer will be the majority. I'm not saying he's perfect. I got a lot of problems with a lot of people. There was a time where Giuliani, when the World Trade Centers were attacked, Giuliani was the heart and soul of New York. He did everything to help the people. I don't know what happened to him once he got into office. Maybe it's because I don't know, he found himself or he smelled himself or he just got addicted to Trump. I don't know what it is. I'm so embarrassed by Giuliani. I remember that after the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and all of that was attacked, I remember how Americans stood together. Not only did they come down to the World Trade Center all over, from fire departments to everybody, people getting lung cancer, whatever the case may be, people around the world were holding hands. They were holding hands all across America because of what had happened with the World Trade Center. Now, this is sad for me to say this, but if they were holding hands and they showed so much love and unity, you mean to tell me there was a lot of people that were racist, that were holding it in while they were sitting there fictitiously pretending to love America by holding everybody's hand? What happened to that hand holding? What happened to that love? What happened to that unity and then how we came together when we had some devastation like the World Trade and the Pentagon being attacked and all those people that died? Where is that unity now? Why you got all these people dying from COVID and nobody is caring? They want to go and march. They want to march a MAGA rally in DC over voter fraud when all you see in the news flashes are COVID is surging like crazy. It's worse than it was in the spring. I'm quite afraid of what's going on. I don't want to lose any more people. Some people that I used to see on Facebook a lot and Instagram a lot, and I'm like, whatever happened to them? So I try to remember their name and I go look for them only to find out that they're gone. They passed away. I didn't never know them personally, but just seeing their, their posts and things of that nature, and now they're gone. And this is happening continuously. Now, don't get me wrong. COVID is very serious. So please take care of yourself. Please, there's nothing else I could say. You got all these people out here that don't want to follow the rules. Let them be. Let's just take care of us and take care of our families and our friends and tell them the right things to do. What's up, Raymond? What's up, Terrence Diabo? What's up, Anthony Extravaganza? That's my baby. With COVID, it's one thing. Let's talk about what's going on with just the whole racist Proud Boys, this guy, 15 years old, getting lynched. Let's go back a few months, if y'all remember, but it happened at different times, not at the same time. The year is now, 2020. There were people black men that got lynched in Central Park. Now I have to take a moment and think about that. 2020, Central Park, New York City. There were some lynchings going on. Now, Kai put up that video about the 15-year-old who just was lynched last weekend. But guess what? Because it didn't make the news. And Kai's intention was to get news media. Why wasn't nobody talking about it? They weren't talking about it like they're not talking about COVID-19 because they're too busy talking about lawsuits and voter fraud. And then here goes Mitch McConnell. Well, we really need to pass the stimulus bill before the end of the year. You know you're foolish. I don't want to curse, but you're full of it. Because even if you pass the $500 billion bill, Trump ain't signing it. Trump is mad at the world. He ain't signing it anyway. And Mitch McConnell, you knew he wasn't going to sign it. But yet you wanted to put it out there like because you got reelected, oh, he's going to sign. We're going to definitely put a stimulus package in before the end of the year. Getting back to COVID-19. It's serious. It's major. But let's talk about the lynchings and what the white nationalists, Proud Boys, and whoever else are doing. You know what they're doing? They're murdering us in the Black community. I'm sure Asians are up for grabs and other minorities, but the Black community, somebody kept saying, Kev, well, you know they're trying to start a civil war. And I just looked at that person and said, they're not trying to start it. We've been in a civil war. What do you think 2 lynchings in Central Park in New York City in 2020 is? That was months ago. And you got all these people still being dragged out of police cars, beat down, shot, little girls, Black girls, teenage girls getting punched in their face by police. We've been in a civil war. My thing is, we're not even just in a civil war, we're in a human war. Because the things that the Republicans, I'm sorry, I'm a Democrat, but I'm not, they're acting like they're inhuman. They're acting inhuman. Nobody's paying attention to the problems like people dying from this virus or doing something about it. They want to like sidetrack us with, oh, Trump got the virus and then all of a sudden 3 days later he's better. Oh, because he gets better medication and better treatment. But wasn't he taking that hydrochloroquine stuff months before he got the virus and he still got it? You know, all of this foolishness, it's foolishness. It don't make sense. They can't even keep their lives straight. And I want to talk about something else too that bothers me. When it comes to what I said, it's not a civil war that we should be concerned about. We should be concerned about a human war because that's where we're at right now, humanity. You got, the other day I looked and I saw that there were 350 transgenders murdered. Let that sink in for a while. 350 transgenders were murdered this year, 2020. Human life. You know, we fought so hard after the 60s to get some kind of Black respect, even though we have a ways to go. But when I think about human life and Black people and transgenders being human beings, whether they be a trans man or a trans woman, it's a life. You know, it's like you come into this world, you can't say, I want to be blue, I want to be red. What's up, Harold? Love you. Harold Dinkins is online. Okay. But you can't pick your color. When you come out your mother's womb, or like I did, I came out her stomach and she knew I was a certain way because I didn't want to come out her whatever. But what can I say, out of 6 kids, I was the only cesarean. But getting back to it, transgenders being murdered, this is a state of emergency. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable for any human life to be murdered and killed because you disagree with who they are. You disagree with the color of their skin. All these things that we fought and we thought we got over and passed still exist. Now, how do we deal with the racism? Do we keep on complaining? Do we keep on arguing and not doing anything about it? We got to find a way. We got to find a way to protect Black people, We have to find a way to protect Asian people and people that are minority in this United States. We have to find a way together. We have to step up. We have to say something. And 350 lives, whether they were transgender or heterosexual, makes no difference, because we lost a lot of heterosexual lives, from Brianna, okay, to everybody that was murdered by a police officer or what have you. Now, you know, it puts my mind to think about how back when they were shooting rubber bullets at the protesters, the peaceful protesters in Portland, Oregon, and that rubber bullet, you might as well have shot them with a real bullet, because do you see the damage that it did to some people's faces? I mean, it's like there's no, it's against humanity. Everything that's going on seems to be against humanity. We have people out here, transgender, being murdered. You have Black people being lynched. You have people separating, being divided, whether they're Cuban and they wanted to vote for Trump versus the Latinos who were supportive of Biden. You know, it's so much division across this country. And we got to stop complaining about the division and sit down to the table and break some bread. We got to get to the heart of why are you really a racist? What is the real issue? And then right about now in the United States, do you know how many mixed biracial people there are? Can you really say, oh, I am fully Black? Can you really say that I'm fully white? There's some DNA here and some DNA there. There's so much going on that I can't even possibly talk about it. But I am saying that there's a war going against humanity, thanks to this president and this administration. And allowing, like they said, Trump didn't make people racist. He just made them feel comfortable to come out. And again, I'm saying we held hands after the World Trade Center all across America. So we were holding hands with those racist people, and that's really how they felt. And now we're living with them each and every day. The Proud Boys already said, and some of the nationalists, if Trump loses, watch out, Black people. And guess what? They definitely thank you for the warning. So we need to watch out for them. But we need to work on the division in this country, because the hate is so unreal and so phenomenal. And I don't want to get biblical. We all know about Armageddon. We all know about Revelation. We all call Trump Satan because he was orange-faced and orange-haired. We already did those insults with those realities that come along with it. This man turns his back and worries about voter fraud. The hell with the stimulus. Mitch McConnell sitting there didn't pass an increase for the minimum wage for like 15 to 20 years. But he gave himself a raise. You know, he gave his buddies a discount. All the rich buddies, they got tax breaks and everything. And here again, the working people and the poor are at the bottom of the list, suffering. Somehow, somewhere, we have to find a way to unify this country, because now, and I don't know what it's going to take for the racists to get it together, but since they don't want to volunteer to go get psychiatric help, maybe what they need to do is come to the table and we all have a big major dinner like the Indians did and sit down and break some bread and smoke a peace pipe and find out what the hell is your problem. I didn't do nothing to you. Just because I'm Black, I'm a threat. Just because someone's transgender, you got a problem with it? And you got all these people that are so hypocritical. So hypocritical. It's like, I don't want them around me. I don't want this. Well, you know something? Go find a corner. Stay in your corner. Lock yourself in. Like Trump gave you the answer. He wanted to build the wall. So build the wall around yourself, because the rest of the world has to go on. And we in America have to go on. And we need those 2 Senate seats in Georgia. We need them. We need to find a way to protect our Black people. And I'm going to say this, and I don't care who gets offended. We got to do better with our young. Because all I see is videos, especially in Atlanta or Detroit. I love Detroit. I love Atlanta. I love the people there. Got many good friends there, which I consider family. You know, why are you fighting each other at these little bars outside, or the mini balls, or the events that you're having? What is the problem? Don't we have enough hate? First of all, our biggest problem is COVID. So you shouldn't be out there worried about beating somebody up because of whatever reason. I guarantee you, if you gave them a microphone and tell them, why are you fighting and why did you just bust that child in the head, the reason will sound stupid. It's not necessary. How much drugs can you possibly take? Could you please, if you're in Atlanta and you're doing drugs, listen, and I'm not sitting here trying to be a virtuous person. I went through my years of drug abuse and whatever. You know, thank goodness I never had to. I'm not giving no excuses for it. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just going to say I stood on my own 2 feet and took care of myself. I didn't ask nobody for nothing. I didn't bother people. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is, why are you bothering people because you had too much to drink? Why are you bothering people because you done went and did some crystal meth, or you done freebase or whatever, and you decide to come to a ball or a club or whatever? Now you want to fight. And then what is it with the people that are holding the videos, because they got to put this online? They got to show you our own Black people, whether it be heterosexual, homosexual, or whatever the case may be, beating the crap out of each other. But where were you to help and beat the crap out of those people who were racist, that hung people, that are still hanging people right now? Where are you? You at the club because you don't have too much to drink. So you rather beat up your friend, or somebody that used to be your friend, or somebody that doesn't want to be bothered with you, whether it's sexual or not, rather than go and unite and let's fight the real enemy instead of fighting each other. And all those that sit there and hold a videotape of, ooh, you know, they're beating each other down and all that. You sound ignorant. You look ignorant. This is not the time and day or the year or what's going on right now in this world for that to be a priority. It's not. And people can't even come out and enjoy themselves because you always got to worry about some of the younger people in their 20s and 30s and 40s. First of all, well, with the way y'all are living your lives and beating each other up and filming it, you're not even going to be here. It's not even going to be the disease to take you out of here. You can take yourself out of here. Because instead of helping your communities, you're out here fighting and acting like that is important. To see somebody get hit in the head with a chair, or to put it on video and read and talk about, oh, they got beat down, this, that, and other. All of that is just a waste of time, and it's not needed. Right now, we need to think. We need to use our brains. Again, 350 people, transgenders, were murdered. And you're out there in those communities fighting and beating each other up? Really? Really? Then you got the ones on the dating apps that are going and having whatever they call it, Grinder or whatever, and they going and meeting people and they're being murdered. Do you see what's going on? Do you stop even before you get high and take a clear moment to see that people are in trouble, that we as a Black community are in trouble? And all of that separation stuff, I'm Black and straight, I'm a Black Lives Matter, I'm Black and gay. You're all Black, don't matter. Black is Black. And so being human is being human. And loving yourself is loving yourself. But we are really falling behind. We're falling behind with this disease because we're not paying attention on taking care of ourselves. We think it's okay to go to crowds when they keep telling us not to be in a crowd. I'm not saying if you have separation at these little balls that are going on. Some of these things I really, not putting people down, but there's people still giving parties indoors at clubs or wherever. If that's what you want to do to put yourself in jeopardy, then I'm not going to stop you. All I'm going to say is protect yourself. At least wear a mask. You know, at least separate. You're all on top of each other. And then when kids start dying and stuff, it's like everybody's gagging and everybody's sad. Why should you be sad? Don't be sad. You're stupid because you've been warned and told and educated. Please educate yourself. Educate yourself on everything. And this thing with the transgenders has to stop. It's a state of emergency. So we need to all do something about what's going on in America. And remember, I keep going back to saying, don't forget we need those 2 Senate seats for the Democrats with Ossoff, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, and Warnock. We need them to help Mitch McConnell step down to minority. Because if he's going to stay the Senate majority leader, Kamala and Biden is going to have the same problem that Obama and Biden had in 8 years with a Republican House and Senate. None of their bills and stuff are going to be passed. They're going to make it difficult. We got to take the Senate back. We got to tell Georgia, give us what we want. Vote. Make sure you know that you're registered. Make sure you know that there's that there's a form or whatever you got to do. Hey, Tasha, what's going on, Tasha, man? That's my girl. Got my family on here. And we talking about life. We're talking about lives being lost to this disease, lives being lost, and Black people being distracted, and they're beating each other when they already out here, the racists are already out here lynching us and stuff. We don't need to be beating on each other because they beating on us. And while we beating on each other, we ain't paying attention to them beating on us. And when you see somebody, like I say, shout out to my friend Kyle, who puts up a video about a 15-year-old Black boy being lynched and it not making the news, we can't have that. It has to make the news. It shouldn't just be an outrage for the family. It should be an outrage for all of us. Because again, it's not even a matter of racism. It's a matter of humanitarianism. It's a problem. It's a problem in the United States right now. And it's a problem because we don't know what Trump is going to do besides the tantrums he's throwing. He's distracting. He knows that Biden has won. But then you got him and Mitch McConnell and Rudy Giuliani, and you got that, oh, God, I can't take that man, Attorney General William Barr. That man has created so many criminal acts he has caused. I just can't believe these people. Where did they come from? You went to school to learn law to become an attorney general just to kiss President Trump's behind. Sad. And then what's bad about it is that we have to look at his face on every other news article. I've never seen a more unattractive man. Well, next to Giuliani. And it's not because of their features on the outside. It's because what they do on the inside. And what is wrong with all the rest of these people, Nancy DuBose and Kellyanne Conway? Where did these people come from? Where, I'm saying, insensitive, unfeeling, and they don't even appear to be human beings because they don't care about people. They don't care about flesh and blood. And all you people out there that know somebody that, I'm giving shout outs to all the groups that I belong to, political groups. Stop, the Republicans must be stopped. Republicans United Against Minorities United against Republicans, and stand-up activists. I'm involved in all these groups, Barack Obama's fan club. So all of y'all that are on here, shout out to y'all. Shout out to my friends who are always on the front line fighting, from Ken Neo to Wade Gregory, to all you guys that really constantly, and Gary Paul Wright from AAOGC, who's been a leader in the community for a long time. And he's forever fighting against this crazy political agenda that's going on as well. Like I said, it's not even so much us fighting the political. Let's just get together and simply get these 2 Senate seats. Let's simply get together and request our reparations, what we need. And I'm so disappointed in these celebrities. Let me just read some of them. When I saw Ice Cube and I'm just going to use Ice Cube. You got mad talking about we shouldn't give our vote, our black vote, to Biden until we get some kind of agreement. And like you're standing up for us as black people. Like, I like the idea of reparations because of slavery and us building this country. But what I don't understand is why you didn't feel this way when you started making money. Why didn't you feel this way before you got all of our money, all our black people money? The bottom line is you could have did this, asked for reparations when Obama came into office. You didn't have to wait to just now to put us in a situation with our backs against the wall and say that we shouldn't vote for Biden unless he agrees about the blacks. You're just mad because you, Lil Wayne, Kanye, and all the rest of y'all are just mad because Biden wants you to pay more taxes, pay your fair share. That's the only reason you're doing this. Because if you really cared about the black people, you would have did this years ago. But it was all about us watching your DVDs, going to your movies, and buying your music. That's all we meant to y'all. But right now, because Biden wants to help us out as working people and poor people, you got a problem because now you're going to have to pay taxes. And then you try to make us in the black community feel like you're fighting for us. What a joke. What a laugh. Lil Wayne, really? You know, it's a circus. And we as decent people, like I said, need to think. They're not in our corner. They're not doing nothing for us. They're mad because they're going to have to pay more taxes. So if they have to say something, blacks going over to the side of voting for Trump, really? That bad? That's just how bad our society is right now. Everybody is on something that doesn't make any sense. It's a selfish attitude. The Republicans are selfish. It's all about their money. They go home when they're not passing a stimulus, and they go home to their TV rooms and their maids. They go home to their swimming pools and their private jets. Meanwhile, the American people don't have unemployment. Some have been evicted. Those are still facing eviction. And there's people that can't feed their kids. This is serious. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, you got 350 transgenders being murdered. You got black people coming out of bars and clubs and events, beating each other into oblivion. Meanwhile, while blacks are being lynched, pulled out of police cars, attacked, any of it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I just can't get over it. And I can't get over why people are really not paying attention to this disease. It's like we're walking around in a movie, like one of those movies where you see the body snatchers, or you have people that are like we're in a war, like, you know, the whole city is destroyed and people are wearing masks and hiding in abandoned buildings and trying to find food. And this movie is real. This movie's real. And we can't go on any longer like this. We have to come to some kind of understanding. And right now, those racist people are angry and they're looking to kill us. So don't be going out alone, and please don't do like the television shows. You know, you walk down that path because it's a shortcut. Really? You know somebody's on the other side, whether it's Freddy Krueger or whether it's Jason. There's somebody out there waiting to get you alone. Look what they did to Floyd, you know, and all these other people, you know, and it continues to go on every single day. It's important that we get a good grip on this because it's ridiculous. And all I keep saying is, I don't even want to talk about anything other than Kamala and Joe. Congratulations for winning. But remember, we got to focus now on this Senate runoff in Georgia, which happens on January 5th. And again, please, tomorrow on Monday, because today's Sunday, find out, do you have to fill any kind of form out so that when the date comes for you to vote for the Democrats to take over the Senate seat, you don't have to find out that, oh, you're supposed to register. You know the technicality. No, we told you to register by November 27th. So please don't get caught out there. And please talk to your friends in Georgia. And please spread a little help around the way because we are a dying humanity. I mean, we're all just going through some real pain and suffering. We can't just sit idly by. We're already locked down in some states, some cities. Look, I've been in the house. I'm exhausted with being in the house. I've been doing my stretches and this, that, and other. I think I look pretty good, you know. I got it together, you know. But I got it together for myself. So I look in the mirror and I kiss me. Mwah. You know, I kiss me. I just want people to live. I want people to be healthy. I want people to be all right. And I don't want that to sound like it's a dream. When you say things nowadays like, oh, I want you to be all right, I want to give you some love, it sounds like, what is he? What's he on? Like I'm on something. I'm not on anything but reality. And I don't know all the answers. I don't know what I can do to make things better other than tell you. Like I sit back and I say, well, who am I? Why is it my responsibility? And then I say, why not? Because nobody else is doing it. When it comes to the many communities that I've been involved in, the ballroom community will always be my heart. And I do what I can do for you guys. And it's like me being a pioneer. And I'm not saying like I'm the only one that feels this way, but I'm the only one getting off my butt and fighting. I have been torn apart by Republicans. They have been letting me have it. They've been coming in all the political groups. They've been calling me every name under the book, stupid, this, that, and the other. And then when I tell them I speak with verisimilitude and not intestinal fortitude, and do they want me to reiterate on what I just said, they have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And then I turn around and I say to them that, something, it may be surprising to you that I'm academically inclined as an African-American male. And no, statistically, I'm against the odds because I'm not sitting in jail. And I believe in paying my bills, and I only have what I have, and I'm appreciative of what I have. I have a good family. I was raised right. I made mistakes like everybody else. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be a Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. But then maybe I am, and it wasn't my choosing. Maybe our Heavenly Father chose, our higher power chose me to be a spokesperson, to say something. Don't let me fight by myself. Don't let me sit here and be fearful by myself. We got to be fearful together. We got to do something because this life right now, we thought we would have been past this pandemic. We went through a whole summer and we're getting ready to have another summer come up where it's going to be the same. Because we don't know if those vaccines going to take months and months and months. Take it from somebody. I took forensic medicine in 2011 to 2014 in college. I went back to school. And all the things I studied in microbiology, a lot of things that I hear scientifically don't make sense to me. There's another thing going on that I put up a post, but sometimes, if you don't put up a post about sex or butt or penis or vaginas, nobody's interested. If you put up something like gospel music, I put a gospel thing on my page. I think maybe 10 people liked it. But put up something sexual or somebody getting beat down, you're going to see over 500 likes. That is really, really where we're at right now. People don't care about anything that's intelligent. They don't care about anything that's decent. They want to sit around and complain and read and talk, but don't never want to get off their behinds and do anything. And people say, you know, if you ask me, you know, I continue to do because that's who I am. I started volunteering back in junior high school. I won a volunteer medal when I graduated high school. I I was one of the first to be involved with the first AIDS fundraiser in New York, the second AIDS run or AIDS fundraiser in New York. I was the first, and that was the first in the United States. I worked with the kids at the YMCA, drawing, playing with the kids 5 to 11 years old. I have worked at the food banks. I have did things for cancer research for St. Jude's Hospital, raising money. I've been a part of always being out there and even raising money for breast cancer. I'm only one person. I'm only one person. And now I'm sitting up here doing live videos to tell people, please, please stop sleeping. Please stop being distracted. Let's get together, Black people. Remember, it's not a separate, it's not division. It's not Black straights versus Black gays versus Black transgenders. It's all collective. We have to find a way. You know, like some people want to make things political. Then they want to talk about, well, Biden better not forget about the Black people. Y'all got nerve to say stuff like that when this man and this woman are going to have to fight all these policies, and it's going to take them damn near a year just to turn all the policies around. Their job is not easy. Please have patience with them. I can see people now, oh, they said they were going to do this, they were going to do that. They can't do anything until they get some of these policy changes, and they cannot do it alone. We have to do it together. We have to do it collectively as a people, humanity. And for all you people that are racist and really don't even understand why you're racist, go get some help. Go get some help. I don't even want to tell you to pray, because after watching that evangelical, whatever her name was, Paula, praying for Trump, talking about the stars, stars, stars. I see the floods, floods, floods. What was that about? I mean, really? And you got the nerve to be up there with your little sweater showing your shoulder and your bra strap while you're praying for him. Really? Because you see victory, victory, victory. I see victory in talking to people like I'm talking to you guys right now. I see victory in us together. Stop complaining, stop crying, stop not being involved, stop having all the other issues right now. Put them on the side, put them on the back burner. Let's deal with what's in front of us. Let's deal with COVID-19. Let's deal with transgenders being murdered. Let's deal with helping, you know, the 2 Senate seats come our way in Georgia. Let's work together, because right now people are starving. If you know somebody's starving or doing bad, make a sandwich. Invite them to eat. If you want a social distance, then wrap the sandwich and bring it to them. Take care of each other, because right now on this planet, everything is falling apart. I mean, everything from climate change to all the things that Trump ignored. I mean, the man just went golfing. He was golfing the day the election came in. He's been ignoring the COVID and just went to talk about it yesterday. Like, why bother even say anything? And then all of this nonsense preventing, like, we have to be worried, because this man still has the nuclear codes, okay? We don't know what his tantrum will do. We don't know where it's going to take him. But all I'm going to say is we better be mindful of what's going on, because this man knows all the secrets and he's dangerous. If we looking at his behavior and you see how dangerous he is, this man is dangerous. We need to really be mindful, and we need to start figuring out a way how we could bring people together. Because it's not about just arresting the physical beings of people. We need to be able to figure out how we can help them mentally get it back together so that we can help each other, because it's not about black and white hate. It's about racism being a disease, COVID-19 being a disease, and definitely murder is a disease. You know, I'm sure that I'm forgetting a lot of things, but I'm just trying to stick to the point that the last video I did, I talked about my mom's, me losing her to COVID-19 and my aunt. And, you know, now it's like we're in the 9th month. My mother hasn't even been dead a year yet. And I'm missing her, and I'm missing my friends that passed away. And I don't even know half the people that's out there that's sick and doing bad. I don't know who's out there suffering that needs help. People feel like they can't even ask nobody to do nothing for them because everybody's on some ego trip. Everybody thinks they know everything. I'm the first one. I always say I don't know everything. But all I ask is for suggestions and ask for some help. And like, yeah, I like that, Ray. Each one teach one. And that's what we need to do. And we need to come together. Because like I said, this is not about racism anymore. It's about humanitarianism. And all these people out there, they got their opinions. Oh, Trump is a winner, this, that, and the other. Give it a break. We all know that Joe Biden won hands down. And with him having 306 electoral votes, he won a landslide. The irony to it is when Trump won against Hillary back in 2016, he said he won by a landslide. So now it's reversed. Joe won by a landslide. And a message to Trump, I feel bad for you. Not because you lost. I feel bad because whatever it is that makes you the angry man that you are, it's like you can't even be happy. All the good that you could have done. How about that? Let's talk about, instead of what he didn't do, all the good you could have done. And even the Republicans, as you sit up there in the Senate, you could have done things to help people, but you didn't. You went ahead on and you want to, what you do is you want to distract us by talking about Schumer, talking about Nancy Pelosi, making insults to her. But she's the one that's trying to get us the amount of money that we need. And you want to give us a skinny bill. You want people to continue to suffer. It can't be like that. So all I'm asking you, because I want to go and have a little extra sample of my meatloaf, I'm asking everybody, take care of everybody. Take care of everybody. Remember, this is a humanity thing going on. We have to do something, find a way. Somebody start something, and I'll do what I can do. I can be a part of whatever. Just make sure that we take care of the transgender people that are being murdered, that they're already murdered, but the transgender people that are alive, the Black people that are alive. Take care of us, because it's getting really, 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 it's getting totally hectic. It's getting so severe that people are afraid to go out their houses now. You know what I'm saying? And again, be mindful of your environment and where you're at, because you just don't know. It's not safe. It's not safe. Now, I just want to say goodbye to everybody. Is there anyone that would like to say something in the comment that they would like for me to address or mention? Feel free to do it now. So before I get off, I just want to say that I love you guys. I'm just thankful to our Heavenly Father that I'm still here and able to just show some love. And, like I said, I don't know all the answers, but I do the best that I can. And I just want, us to feel like some kind of normalcy again, because the way we're living right now is not normal. We're not living right. We got to worry about these racist people having marches, refusing to give up the presidency, refusing to or continuing on this crazy voter fraud stuff. It's like I've never seen such crazy people throwing tantrums and fighting and hating and we're going to lynch you and we're going to kill you. We're coming after you. Really? And it's happening. And I'm going to tell you something. For those that are out there murdering people, whether they be heterosexual, transgender, or whatever, why don't you just murder yourself and be done with it? Murder yourself. Because we got to live with each other. We got to take care of each other. And we got to make this planet safe. We got to make this country safe. It's about safety right now. And we're not safe. Not as long as COVID-19 is ravishing people and hospitalizations are still going on and more people are dying every day. It's not safe. It's not safe to know that a black brother is being lynched and hung in a park in 2020. It's not safe to think that once they declare totally that message that they put up and say, he is now the president. It's not going to be safe for the racist hate that's going to go on behind that, where there's going to be a lot more murders that's not going to make the news. And I want to say thank you to all of my vigilant people that are always fighting for the causes. I thank you. I thank you. Again, Ken Neo. I thank you. I just thank everybody. I can't even remember everybody's names. You know what I'm saying? Eva Harris. You know, everybody, Kai, that gets in there and does a fight and doesn't leave it for everybody else to do. You know, everybody is always good to say, oh, let him do it. Let that person do it. Oh, I'm not going to be bothered. That's why we're in the mess we're in, because everybody wants to sit back and let somebody else do it instead of getting off your behind and helping. Get off your behind and help. And please share this video. And I love you guys. And I hope that this really touched your heart, because I'm afraid with the way the world is right now. I'm afraid what's outside in the United States. I'm afraid for the black brothers that are going to be lynched and killed. I'm afraid. Please take care of yourself. Love you. This is Kevin Omni.